Hey there people, how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon channel. I was talking to a good mate of mine over the last few days and we were talking about flat earth. I'm not a flat earther by any stretch of the imagination. This friend of mine, he's open-minded about it. And I reminded him of a passage I read in a book recently. I'm not going to tell you who the author is. No, I will tell you. It's a Bill Bryson book, and it's a, what is it? A history of nearly everything, I think it is. And in that book, it talks about the Big Bang. 13.8 billion years ago, they reckon the universe, everything we know, the stars, the planets, everything, exploded into life. And it goes something like this. There's a pregnant dot in the middle of nowhere. And this dot is so small that it's, if you can imagine the size of an atom, which you can't, because an atom, basically, if you've got a drop of water and dropped it on your kitchen table, and you expanded it literally till it was 24 kilometers wide, you would only then be able to see an atom in that drop of water with your naked eye. So that's how small an atom is. Now, if you can imagine something like an atom of an atom, right? So now we're getting really small, which is called a proton, apparently, which is, again, very small. And then you imagine like an atom of a proton, which is called a singularity, floating in nothingness. There is no space, there is no stars, there's no nothing, there's no time before, there's no time after. There's not even blackness. There's nothing. And you imagine inside this singularity, all the mass of all the space, of all the elements squeezed into this singularity that's billions of times smaller than an atom. So imagine all these mountains behind me, all this earth, the earth, all the planets, all the stars, in the universe to 13.8 billion light years out, and apparently it's still expanding, so we're told. All the mass are inside this singularity. And 13.8 billion years ago, it just exploded, creating all the elements that we know today. All the mass that we know today created gravity, gases, the stars, everything, time. Do you believe it? Do I believe it? No, I think it's complete bollocks. But they're trying to convince us that this is true. They're trying to convince us that this happened. Do you know what I think? I think you'd got to be fucking stupid to believe that. Honestly, if you believe that and you don't believe, the same people who believe in that mock Christianity or all religions. The same people that believe in that even mock flat earth. I'm not a flat earther by any stretch of the imagination. But they mock and scoff and ridicule. And yet they believe in that. I just think it's extraordinary how we are fooled into believing something so outrageously, well, outrageous. But But we can be, can't we? We can be. And you know why? Because we're humans. Much smarter people than us, than me, for sure, come out of these theories, and smart people believe it. They believe it and they run with it. They memorize it and say, this will happen. This is what happened 13.8 billion years ago. Everything, all the stars to 13.8 billion light years away, all came to existence from a singularity. Something billions upon billions of times smaller than an atom. I mean, come on. Why can't we just accept that we'll just never know? That maybe the universe has just always been there. Why do we have to assume there was a beginning and there'll be an end? Why do we have to assume that? Are we being kidded into assuming that something has to have had a beginning and something has to have an end? Life has to end. I'm 56. 30 years maybe, 20 years. Next week, tomorrow, next 10 minutes maybe. I might cark it. Perish the thought. The 10-minute one anyway. But I just don't believe it. I don't believe that happened the way they tell us. I think it just makes people feel important. But it's funny how they can convince us of anything. Just look how these so-called experts, health experts, psychopaths, billionaire psychopaths in big tech, convinced us that there was this terrible, terrible thing coming, and it came. And they had the old you-know-what all ready to go to help us. And did it help us? Who knows? It destroyed economies, just getting over a barbed wire fence, as you can see there. I've still got my tackle. But they convinced us. And many fell for the lie. The bollocks, and it was bollocks, much the same as everything was born out of a singularity and a blinding flash 13.8 billion years ago. We're queer things, aren't we? Queer, maybe that's the wrong word. We're funny things, us humans. The things we believe, the things we don't believe, the things we laugh and scoff and ridicule. The people we seek to destroy, not me personally, but people who believe a lot of this shit I'm talking about, want to destroy people like me who are not, and will call out these multi-billionaire psychopaths who inflicted what they did on the world the last 2.5 years, thereabouts. These people want us destroyed. They don't want to debate us. They want to destroy us. And I believe these multi-billionaire psychopaths, see how the conversation's just morphing? But it's okay, because I'm just having a conversation with you. I believe these people, these Malthusians, they want to, or they think they're gods. They've put themselves on the same level as God. People like Dr. Fauci, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, even Elon Musk, if you like. Is he one of us? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think he is, to be honest. Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Fink. Certain families of the world. Rockefellers, Rothschilds. They have elevated themselves to gods. And they've decided, because of their wealth, because they're all multi-billionaires, they've decided who's going to live and who's not going to live. And they, well, have created what they've created, if you know what I mean. And they will keep on creating the circumstances, should I say, creating these fake circumstances and using the media and the health experts to convince us that something is out there so they can create this that's not going to save us. It's going to destroy us, destroy our minds, and kill us eventually. It's not going to kill us all at the same time. It's going to kill. My little mates follow me. It's going to kill us at all different periods of our lives. But certain people, certain demographics, there's hares, rabbits and everything around here. But they are going to wipe out billions, I have no doubt, on the planet. And the problem is, the stupid people who ran down to these clinics and these centres where they were giving out the old, ran down, oh my God, there's this, we're all going to die. Quick, get the old. They will take it forever until they can't it. Because they will not believe people like me. They will follow Dr. Fauci, they will follow Bill Gates, they will believe King Charles, they will believe anybody. And why do they believe them? They believe them because they're elites. They believe them because they've got billions in the bank. They will believe them because they own the media. They'll believe them because it's easier to believe them. It's the road of least resistance. Like the way I started off in this video, speaking about all matter, all elements, coming from a singularity. 13.8, 13.9 billion years ago. Whatever. Singularity being billions of times smaller than an atom. And all of creation coming from that. If you believe that, well, I think you're fucking bonkers. I just believe. It is what it is. It's just always been there. That's it. It's just always been there. Maybe not the Earth, but all what we see up there. It was just there. I don't really care how I got there. I just know it's there because I can see it. over another fence. Luckily this one's got no barbed wire on it. But the people that believe, your Klaus Schwabs and your WEFs, your Bill Gateses, no, we're going to save the world, just take your... The same people who believe about the Big Bang Theory, which is a crock of shit. That's what I believe. But anyway, I just thought I'd share my thoughts with you. This is Cross the Rubicon. Please like, leave a comment, share my videos everywhere, and subscribe. Look out for my next video. Like it or not, I'll still make one. Okay. Happy New Year. See you later.